Okay, so this is just a little recording of the very quick version of the meeting that we had this evening about the travel. This QR code will allow you to ask any questions any questions that you have afterwards. So if you want to sign in, go ahead and do that, please. And then I'm just going to speed through a bunch of this stuff, but we're going to spend 12 days in Switzerland and Italy. We'll go through Lucerne, the Italian Lakes region, Florence, Rome, and Sorrento. The agenda is just a brief introduction, what our itinerary is, what's included, our travel partner, safety and support, and finally the price and how to enroll. Now, my name, which I know you know, is Stephanie Baker, but I teach middle school science at Wonewoc Center. I've taught grades K1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 over the last 19 years. I'm very passionate about travel. I like to travel. I do a lot of it on my own. And I love taking students on trips. On a personal note, I have 3 kids of my own. I have 2 dogs, 4 cats, and a husband. So right here, you're looking at some of the reasons why I love to travel. I love just opening up horizons on students, embracing different cultures, and just realizing that we're all connected together. And I think travel is the best way to do that. We will travel with EF Educational Tours. They have over 55 years of experience. They have staff that is on the ground 365 days a year in over 50 countries, including an office in Lucerne, Switzerland, the country and city that we will be visiting. They are a world leader in international education, and they are accredited, just like our schools are. So this is what just a little flight view of where we'll be going. Zurich, then Lucerne for 2 nights, then we will go to Venice for 2 nights, Florence for 2 nights. This city, Rome, Pompeii, the Sorrento region, Capri, and then fly out of Rome again. Very busy. So you can see here the first 6 days, we pack a lot in. We will be riding to the top of a mountain in a gondola, and we will also be going through the water in a gondola. We've got 2 different kinds of gondolas. We're going to see beautiful sights of Switzerland, see a bridge was built in 1333. Day 7 through 9, again, just Florence and the Basilica St. Francis, the Colosseum in Russian Forum, the Vatican City. Then you get some time to explore Rome as well. And days 10 through 12, we'll tour Pompeii. Enjoy a boat cruise in Capri. We'll tour Capri with a local guide, and then finally we'll be home and exhausted, but that's the way you want it to be. Here are just some beautiful sights that you will possibly take with your camera as you're standing right there. This is the Europe's oldest covered bridge. It was built in 1333. Gaze up at the Duomo and the very famous fountain here. And then, of course, we cannot forget about the food. It's going to be one of the highlights of our trip. I can tell it already. So what you want to do is you want to block off your calendars from June 12th all the way to July 1st. And the reason for this is our trip is only 12 days, but they have EF wants to give us the best experience possible. So they try and work out with what group we're going to be combined with, because we'll be combined with another school. Where we're flying from, finding just the best possible flight and deal for us. And they narrow it down about 2 to 3 months before our tour and give us our exact dates. But our requested dates are June 16th to the 27th. This is all included in your price. You get round trip airfare, holiday stays. The hotels are pretty decent. Regional style meals for breakfast and dinner. You will be responsible for most lunches. The tour director, which I think is the number one highlight of going on one of these educational tours, you have somebody who is from who's locally from the region and who's an expert on the region, speaks the language, knows all the customs, everything, and they are with us from 24/7. They take care of all of the restaurants, they take care of the busing, the transportation, any issues that come up. Um, they're the first person that'll help us deal with anything. Also included is all transportation. We do a lot on a very nice motor coach bus as we travel from spot to spot. We'll also have local expert guides. This is just one of those perks that you don't think that you are going to really appreciate, but you realize how much they enrich the experience. Having a local guide who is an expert, they go through very rigorous testing in order to become an expert. And then they show us and teach us all about the area. Guided sightseeing, and then also included is entrances to landmarks and all attractions. Things that you'll have to be responsible for are your passports and visas if you are not from the country. Um, usually you Usually you get one checked bag and one carry-on bag. We encourage you to use a carry-on bag because you have to bring it everywhere with you. Um, Sometimes a checked bag is not included. Carry-on will always be included. And if you decide that you need more, you would be in charge of those fees. You are also responsible for tips for local guides, bus driver, and our tour director, which I will actually just tell you how much that is, and you'll give it to me, and I will make sure it gets to the appropriate people, so you don't have to stress about that. You'll need to be in charge of your own snacks, and then, like we said, some of the meals, especially when we're on the boat, will be covered, but other meals during the lunchtime, you'll be in charge of. A lot of times we'll go to a city and we'll stop at the city and say, okay, go find something to eat, and here are some good spots. So why do we go with the EF? Well, first of all, for that support team that's located all around the world, they have very rigorous health standards, and that tour director is invaluable. You also get an EF personalized learning guide that helps the students really get to know the area and experience better. Students can earn a half a high school credit. That's included. All you have to do is do an additional project. Um, or they can earn 3 college credits. There is a small fee with that, but it's very reasonable. Um, and another thing that EF offers is college essay guide that students can use, help them write the best guide and use this tour as an experience. Keep in mind that EF is an educational company. This is an educational tour, so they always have the lens of a teacher on. We are interested in why do we want students to travel? We want them to travel so they can embrace new challenges, expand their worldview, learn more about themselves, and gain skills that they'll be able to use later in life. These are all of the things that are going on behind the scenes. And then there's me, who is in front of you. The tour consultant helps me personalize the tour, helps me plan it. The tour director, who again is that person who is bilingual, who is familiar with the culture, who takes care of most of all of our needs. And then we've got all these people that are behind the scene that gets everything answered from payments to airfare, dietary needs, etc. And then there's me. I'll be the person who is taking care of everything else that they can't take care of. Um, when you book, included in our Price is a Peace of Mind program, EF will not send us to anywhere that they feel is unsafe or they are uncertain of the conditions of the country. They have been known to reschedule, rebook. During COVID, we rebooked trips because it wasn't a good time to travel. You also get global travel protection. Everybody gets that. Includes coverage for baggage and property, trip cancellation, interruption. For an extra $300, you can sign up for the Global Travel Protection Plus, which includes everything And it allows you to cancel for any reason up to 24 hours prior to departure. There is a risk-free enrollment period. As long as you enroll by March 11th, you can cancel for any reason for up to 14 days after enrollment and get all your money back. Okay. How can you can also get apply for Global Citizen Scholarship. They award $100,000 in scholarships each year, and every person who enrolls will receive an individual tour fundraising page. This is something that you can pass out on social media and emails to family members. Um, Instead of a Christmas present, hey, could you put some money towards my trip? And this allows them to put it directly right there towards it. We've even had students who go around and mow lawns and shovel, and then they'll have their phone with them and say, okay, instead of giving me money right now, could you please, whatever you would pay me, put it towards my trip. Okay. So this is just a recap of everything that you get with it: the itinerary, logistics, your payments and protection, your safety and support, and then also that learning. Um, so if you enroll by March 11th, you'll get a $200 discount. You'll have to pay a $95 enrollment fee, which comes off of the top. It's not in addition to. You can sign up for $70 biweekly. You can sign up for $140 monthly, or you can pay it in full. With the discount, it's $5,519 for students. If you choose to go with a manual payment and you're not, um, and you don't intend on paying it all at one time, you do not get the $200 off. So as long as you pay it right away, like if I sign up today and pay this entire $5,519, then you get the $200 off. If you choose to go with manual payment option, that's this one in full, you will be able to pay in larger, less frequent installments, but you will have to pay a fee with that. If you want to sign up, all you need is $95 to secure your spot. And remember, you get that $200 off as long as you do it by March 11th. So this is how you enroll. You can go to our enrollment page, this website right here, or scan the QR code and it'll take you directly there. You can pause the video if you need to, but I'm just going to go and talk about London, Paris, and the Greece tour right now. So this is our itinerary for London and Paris. And here are some of the things we'll do: a walking tour, Windsor Castle, Canterbury, travel by Eurostar, which is very exciting. In Italy, Paris, we'll take a tour of the Latin Quarter, visit the Louvre, see the Eiffel Tower. Oh my gosh, we'll also go to Versailles, the Palace of Versailles. So the payments on that are $154 bi-weekly, $307 monthly, or $4,689 in full. This is for the summer of 2024. We are looking at, I believe, June 6th through June 14th. If you're interested, I can get you more of those details. And then our 2025 trip is to Greece, Athens, and the islands. So you can see we are actually going to do a water cruise for 4 nights as we tour the Greek islands and get to see the gorgeous white buildings and whitewashed buildings and um, uh, blue tops. So this tour right here, get to see the Acropolis, Delphi, visit an olive farm, go on a cruise. So this is a 10-day tour. You'll explore old towns, villages you can see as we hop to island. Visit the Temple of Poseidon. I mean, it's just so much. It's going to be amazing. And that is the summer 2025. Again, about the same dates. We're looking at about June 6th through the 17th, or I can look it up. I apologize, I don't have the dates on the top of my head. $99 if you want to do it biweekly, $197 if you want to do it monthly. And then $5,409 if you do it in full. Okay. So again, we have 4 spots available for the 2024 London Paris trip because it is coming up pretty quickly. And then in 2025, we do have a lot more space on that one because we have a little more time to fill it. So hopefully you can join us on any of the 3 trips, 2024, 2025, or 2026. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Facebook. Thank you.